We're live. Welcome back, everybody.
Sweet.
This is Matt and Scott over here.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, what's going on?
Not too much. Yeah. So Pickwick, it was like forever ago. Although,
Yeah, that was what, like 2 weeks? 2 weeks?
no, was it? Yeah. No.
Like a week. It finished last Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was going on a week ago. It feels like forever ago.
Yeah. That whole thing. It's like they had the 2 days of cancellations, and it just throws you off. So like, I'm used to that Thursday, Friday kind of like,
right.
Watching during work a little bit here and there, and then Saturday, Sunday kind of coming in, and with that whole switch up, it threw me off guard, and I actually didn't watch very much of it.
I didn't watch any. I shouldn't say any. I watched a little bit Saturday, Sunday, but Monday and Tuesday I was actually out fishing, so I might have caught like half an hour in the morning before we took the boat out Monday, Tuesday, but no, I did. Unfortunately, I didn't really get to follow a whole lot of it.
Yeah,
but just watching like Zaldane and like Krieger and a couple of those other guys just right up close to the dam in those rapids. That's impressive, man.
Yeah, that's. I mean, we've both fished in the Niagara River, and we know what current is. So it's definitely.
So props to whatever trolling motors and batteries they're using.
Yeah, current is definitely what's the word I'm looking for? A acquired taste.
Yeah. Real quick, the one day when we were fishing Chickamauga, we were fishing right off the main river, and it was kind of like a rock wall kind of came out and around, and that water, I was spot locked in about 30 feet of water, casting into like 10, 15 feet, and I looked down at my remote and I was on 7 on my Minn Kota. just to stay put. I'm like, holy crap, that water is moving.
So yeah, it's definitely a different way of fishing, especially for. I mean, up here we have the Niagara River and some other St. Lawrence River we fished where we're used to moving water, but down south, I know there's a lot of guys that don't fish that way.
The Niagara is not too bad if you're in one of the wider parts. It's not. Obviously, there's plenty of current, but once you get more into the bottlenecked areas, that's where that current really picks up.
Yeah, I've been at a few spots in the upper river,
right,
before the falls, and it gets pretty rough up there.
Yeah, and even like right underneath the Peace Bridge, it gets pretty can get pretty wicked.
Yep. So Bill Lowen, gets the win. Like, happy for the guy, but he's one of those guys, like, he never finishes that. Like, he finishes well, but he never finishes that well where you're gonna pick him.
Right.
So
I'm happy for him. I mean, he seems like a super sweet, sincere guy. His family and friends are always there backing him. So I mean, I was happy to see him pull out that win for sure.
Yeah, it was nice to see. I mean, fantasy wise, I mean,
yeah. I mean, I don't even remember. Do you remember what percentage he was by chance? Not that it matters, but I don't think we can go back and look.
No, not that. I mean, that's the one thing I don't like about the fantasy fishing site is historically I can look back and see my stuff from this year, but trying to find, old tournament stuff, you can't. And at the end of the year, they just delete it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see it. And you'd actually have to find somebody with him on their roster to figure it out.
I would like to say, I know we got a couple of comments kind of pointed at me from our picks video for Pickwick. A couple of the more local people down there saying that my weights were going to be off. I'll give that to you guys. Before the tournament started, I did go and I did bump my weights up to like 77 something. So I was a little closer, but you guys were right. I'll give that to you. So
the other thing though is, like, you weren't wrong, like, because there was a lot of people that came out and said like there was going to be closer to like 90s and do even a chance of hitting 100. So
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going based off of if they were going to. Here's the catch. I was going off of if they were going to fish Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That was all bets were off because they fished Monday and Tuesday. The weather was completely different, so that's what it was.
Yeah.
Even though they did catch what the biggest bag, I think on what Friday or Saturday or Sunday rather. I think the biggest bag was the first or second day.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But I'll tell you what, just some of the guys that didn't finish well, like Justin Atkins, he lives right there, and he finished in 81st.
Yeah, and actually, he was one of the guys. I originally picked Jason Williamson, and I actually went and changed over to Atkins, and yeah, I got. He didn't do horrible, but he didn't do great.
Yeah,
but either way. I lost just as much as 40-something% of everybody else did. So
I'll tell you what though, a lot of our picks. I mean, I know I've watched like a lot of other people. I watch other people's fantasy fishing shows, and our picks are pretty much in line with a lot of other people. And
right.
it's not like we're, a lot of these other guys are, you have like Hallman and those guys who are in the industry and know these guys.
Right. They know them personally and know what their strengths and weaknesses are. Yep.
And they're not doing that well either. So
yeah. Yep. It just something for me just like flip flopped like toward like halfway through last season. Like I just started doing horrible, and I can't remember the last time I got over 1,000 points for an event. So it's starting to get to me a little bit. It is, and we talked briefly earlier that doing a lot of research wasn't working. So I'm like, well, why do research then? Just kind of just put them in a hat and pick. But I think for Sabine, I'm definitely gonna go and spend some time and deep dive a little bit more to see if I can find something. But,
yeah, Sabine's going to be another one of those ones where a lot of the field does not have tournament experience on.
Right.
Because I think the last time they were there was 2018. We were just talking beforehand. So you have a lot of new guys coming in. So we shall see what it looks like, because I mean we don't have as much. We don't have the numbers like we have on some other places.
You don't have all that data. Yep. But it was surprising to see how low those weights were from 2018. But I mean, although that was, I think, first or second week of June, that event, but that's obviously postponed for them down there. So I'm thinking should be a little bit better than 48 pounds for 4 days, but
we'll see.
You don't know. Like I said earlier to you, I'm like, I can literally go out and probably catch, she could literally go out and catch 12 pounds of fish in like 3 hours, because that's what she's been doing.
Yeah.
So have you got the boat uncovered, ready to go yet?
I have to just change the oil and remove some stuff from the boat, and then it'll be ready.
What do you mean remove stuff?
So during the winter, my boat becomes my storage.
Okay.
Like I have some coolers and some other stuff in there.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Donnie?
Hey, Donnie. Yeah, so it's kind of my winter shed. So there's still some stuff in there, but I've gotten the cover off and made sure the trolling motor worked this year.
Well, that's good.
So just got to change the oil, and then it'll be ready to go soon.
Okay. Well, you're running a little behind, so I've got 6 days on the water down south at the beginning of the month.
Yeah.
And I've got 3 days on the water already up here, and I'm going out tomorrow, even though it's going to be windier than get out. But
some of us have some daytime priorities to take care of.
I'm telling you, you got to retire. It's the best thing in the world.
Every day I tell Kim that I want to go fishing, and she says, "Yeah, me too."
Take a day off and come out. I'll take you. We'll catch some largies.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll see. I'll get it. I think tomorrow is going to be my change the oil and get it ready to go day.
Yeah.
about
Yeah,
two.
I was outside just earlier today. I was waiting for the FedEx guy to come, so I finally got my my adapters and my cables so I can um, network the Helix 10 and the Helix 7. So I got that all plumbed in and everything set up. So I just got to read the manual and figure out how all that works.
It's not that much different than the 7.
Because I don't have the transducer hooked up for the 7. I just kind of want to use the 7 as like an extra monitor to mirror what it is coming off of the 10. Because I had my old Humminbird, that 5-inch up front, as well as the Helix 7.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna run, because that's a different transducer. So I'm just gonna run the 2 little units up front.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, after looking at that little Helix 7 after putting a 10 on, I'm like, whoo. I'm like,
yeah,
you gotta like squint or magnifying glass.
Yeah, some of us just have 7s.
Are yours networked together too, or not?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have I spent the money and got the cable made of gold, which is the network cable for Humminbird.
You know what bugs it, I'm sure it bugs everybody, unless you have a Solux, because I think the Solux it will just plug in. But how ridiculous is it that you have to buy the cable, and then you have to buy an adapter for each end? That's absolutely ridiculous.
Yep.
So I mean, I got a decent deal from, I think, Anchor Express or whatever. It was like $22.99 for each of the
adapters. Yeah.
The adapters, and then I got a 10-foot cable because that's all I need. And what was that, like 40, 50 something?
Oh
dollars?
Yeah, you're almost like at $100 just.
Yeah, you're $100 when they should just sell the cable you need with the proper ends on it at whatever length you need. Get rid of the adapters.
Or make it a networking kit and include all of the adapters.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think they do have a networking kit, but I think it's like $2.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty crazy what they get for that stuff.
Yeah.
The worst part is the IT guy in me knowing that it's an Ethernet cable, and then none of the ends actually look like Ethernet cables, and I can't terminate it myself. I can't do anything. I have to buy these stupid adapters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It almost looks like an S-Video cable. Like if you remember the old S-Video.
Yeah.
I don't know. But either way, it's plumbed in and hooked up. It works. I got my fuses in line, so we're good to go.
Yeah, I mean the whole this whole fish finder front facing sonar, whatever you want to call it, trolling motor stuff. It's getting a little ridiculous, I think. But
it is, and there's so many guys now that are actually using 2 or 3 brands at the same time, because they want to handpick, well, this one's got the better side image, this one's got the better down image, or 2D, and this guy's like, well, this I want to use Panoptics, whatever. Yeah, more power to you, but to me, it's just ideally I like one platform. It's like you're either an iPhone person or you're an Android. It's one or the other.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Yeah.
And I know I think the best thing Hummingbird's got going for it now is the live imaging. The live imaging that they're gonna have, it just plugs into a port on the back. Like you don't need the extra black box stuff, and so we'll see how that turns out. But I mean, if that's the case,
are you compatible with your G2s? Right, your G2N. Are you compatible?
G2N. I don't know. Honestly, I would be upgrading my fish finders before I even got the live imaging. Because
what was that link you said? What were those running, like 1,500?
Yeah, it was like 1,500.
I was reading through it, but isn't it set up for either the Ultrex or the Altera, like the trolling motor mount? Because I can't run it off my Tarova because I have the lift assist to it.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they're gonna do it. I'm sure they'll have a Tarova mount for it. Just like the 360, you can get
Yeah.
a different amount.
The problem with my Tarova, like compared to yours though, is I have that lift assist where yours doesn't. So I can't run a cable down the groove in the shaft. So
you can't?
I can't because I have the lift assist. It's like a stainless steel coil.
Oh.
And so it helps as you're going to, it helps assist pulling it up and all that. So I mean, I could completely take that off.
Yeah.
That was an option I had because I had that thing completely apart running that cable down. I'm like, whoa, this isn't working. The stupid lift assist is in the way. So,
wow. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that was one of the changes between the whatever generation you have, and mine's a 2019.
Yeah, I think it's the Tarova's the 07 to 16, which is mine. I think mine's like a 13 or something like that.
Yep.
And then the new model from 17 to today.
Yep.
But if I was to buy a brand new one, I would just make sure I had the Mega Down transducer in it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the my 10 that has Mega side and down, and that transducer is like, I don't know, like 7 or 8 inches long. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I like it so far. I mean, you can see, you full screen that side image and you can see everything crystal clear. I'm not crystal clear, but it's quite a bit better than the regular non-Mega side imaging.
I think that's if there was one thing that I would like to get is the Mega side, because I know right now I just have the regular side imaging, and there's times I'm just like, what is that?
What is it? And even with side imaging without the Mega, even if it was on a 10 or a 12-inch screen, you still might not be able to completely see what it is. I mean, the 7 definitely doesn't help now, but because it is. I thought a 7 was decent until I got a 10, and then you could probably throw a 15 in front of me and I'm like, that 10 looks small.
Yeah. But hey, we're in the days of we're sitting in front of 24-inch monitors, so
that's all you got.
Do I have a 27 and a 24?
I'm looking at a 24, and then my trading monitor's at 27-inch curve, which is lovely.
Yeah, I think the one is a 27 and one's a 24. So
yeah. But we like I was saying, we went fishing Monday, Tuesday last week, and when we went out Monday, we didn't catch anything. It was kind of more of a scouting mission. It was the first time out with the Helix 10, so I was kind of playing around with that, and it was a bit cold.
Yeah,
and we just kind of trolled around looking for fish. We marked quite a bit because it was a little windy out, kind of through the main channel there going out to the lake. We marked a lot, and I threw the kitchen sink and some at them, and nothing. I mean, A-rigs, deep diving crankbaits, drop shots, swim baits, nothing. So we moved around a little bit, didn't get anything. And then Tuesday, with the water temps in the main bay still pretty cold, I don't know, like low 40s still. We're like, and she always wants to fish back in the lagoons because that's just her thing. And I'm like, fine, there's nothing going on out here. We'll go back there. We went back there, and usually this time of year it's Pike City. And I like chairs. Okay, I like chairs too. What's up?
Cool.
So we go back there, and nothing, nobody's really catching any fish. The boat's around us, and I'm throwing a jerk bait tied into a nice pike, netted him, wrapped himself around that net so tight, and he had the tail hook, the tail treble in his mouth, the eyelet on the back of that jerk bait, just he bent it right over and almost ripped the thing right out. Yeah. It was bad. So he was bleeding pretty good because he had kind of tore up his jaw just from spinning.
Yeah, I remember you sent me those pictures. It was pretty rough.
Then, shortly after that, Ann caught a pike, a little bit smaller, and then a largemouth. So there are fish back there. Cool. And the water temps that day were 50, 51 degrees back there. So a huge difference in that, in those shallows.
Wow.
And then what's today? Monday?
Yep.
We fished, I want to say Saturday. I think it was Saturday. And we fished out on the main bay for a little bit, nothing. And then we went right back to the lagoons and no pike, but she was on it quick. First fish she pulled in was 3 pounds, 12 ounces, largemouth. And I'm like, oh man. And she's throwing jerk baits. I was throwing a jerk bait. I finally caught one after she got like 4. And mine was about maybe just under 2.5 or 2.5. And she ended up catching a 315 and probably a couple 2.5, 3 pounders. She got like 8 for the day.
Wow.
I legitimate, probably 15-pound bag she had.
Nice.
Which is not bad. So it's weird because we actually stopped at Fish USA today to pick up an order. Because she did lose 3 baits the other day.
Yeah.
But so we picked up an order and we were talking to one of the guys that works at the counter who does, he writes some of the fishing reports for down here, and nobody's catching any smallmouth in the bay yet. They just haven't come in, but the largemouth some of them have come in and went back into the lagoon. So I'm going to go where the bass are for now.
Yeah. Don't blame me there.
Yeah.
So my biggest thing is to get the boat out on the water to see what's that?
To shake it down a little bit.
Yeah, see what's going to be the issue. The last couple of years, there's been some sort of thing I had to take care of. So I just need to get her wet.
Yeah. Yep.
Get her wet, get the motor running, and see what's going to happen. And then
go ahead.
I said, and then one of the big things that I've been busy with is this room is going to be
the kids' room.
Changing. This is going to be Gabe's room, and then Gabe's room's turning into the nursery for the baby coming in September.
Nice.
So soon, probably in the next week or so, I'll have a different background.
So is that going to throw you off for like a Lake Champlain trip later in the year?
Possibly.
Okay.
I think we're going to try and get a lot of our traveling trips like
done early.
Finger Lakes and that earlier.
Like late May, June?
Yeah.
Like Cayuga for the spawn?
Yeah, definitely on my list.
That's what I'm thinking about. So
I wanna hit up. Yeah, I definitely want to get to Cayuga around that time, and I want to get to Cayuga Lake here soon.
Yeah, I'm down for some road trips, like up in New York to fish. I mean, long weekends or whatever it is. And even now that Ann is pretty much permanently laid off from her job, she's not necessarily in a hurry to go looking for work. She's got a lot of offers, which is great. But I think
good.
She really wants to kind of get through maybe most of the summer just so we can go fish.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
Yeah.
So I don't have a problem with that. So
cool.
So I'm looking forward to it, whether it's fishing here or Buffalo or Finger Lakes, whatever. Just you want to go somewhere, name it. We'll leave tomorrow morning. So it's good to have options right now.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we're definitely trying to get a lot of our fishing in early, especially you get into that July and August, and it's just like,
you
just roast out there.
You're roasting and it's tough fishing. I mean, like for me in those July, August hot months up here, I'm finesse fishing because it's like they are in the cold water when they're in the real hot water. They're just lethargic and they don't want to do anything.
Yeah, you either have to finesse them, or you have to find them out deep.
Right. Yep. And some of that cooler water. Yep.
Yeah. So that's a big thing is my background here will be changing.
Yep.
So
What colors does he have in mind right now for the walls?
I believe he's going to go with Star Wars theme. So
that's good though, because the Star Wars theme should give you enough of a age range where it's not going to be like one day he's going to be like, well, that's for kids.
Yeah.
You know? So it should last through, mid to late teen years, or maybe if you're like Abe, then that'll be good forever.
Just keep going. But my desk and office area will be moving out to the front porch.
Okay.
So I'll have wood grain. I'll go from the wood grain door. Well, I'll actually have a wood grain door out there too, but I'll have the whole wood grain paneling.
Wood paneling, nice.
Yeah.
There you go.
So we'll see how that goes.
There we are.
Other than that, I have like 6 rods to do as soon as stuff comes in. So
what did Larry end up ordering?
He has a 6.6 spinnerbait rod.
Spinnerbait. He throws a ton of spinnerbaits. I know that.
Yeah. Yep. He wanted a spinnerbait rod, and it's going to be a spinning rod too.
Okay.
But it's going to be like white with white guide or white wrap. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a lot of white. And then we're going to custom paint dip the handle.
Okay.
So I actually have to look and see all the details of it. I have it all written down, but
what power and action is he going with for
that? Good question. I think it's a medium moderate fast.
Okay.
I think it's very similar to your jerkbait rod.
Yeah, I mean for 6.6 that would be probably right on par. Yep.
And his is going to be a 2-piece. So
okay. All right. Yeah. I will say when I did catch that, I didn't measure that pike that I got last week, but it was a solid 26 inches, and she had a big fat belly on her.
Yeah, that picture was definitely
yeah, she was fat, but I did catch that, and actually the fish that I caught the other day was also on your jerkbait rod. Nice. And even that 26-inch pike, I don't know what it weighed, probably 7-8 pounds, maybe something like that, and that rod handled it fine.
Yep. Cool. Awesome. Good to hear.
Yeah. I threw a wacky rig for a couple minutes the other day, and I actually had one take it pretty good, and he spit it on me halfway to the boat. I'm like, well, they're eating just about anything, but jerk baits and crank baits.
Nice. Yeah, so I'm not sure exactly. I'm going to be moving my rod building back outside to the garage.
Back up to the garage.
Yeah. I don't know how that's going to work as far as drying. I like to keep my drying temperatures around, 65 to 80 degrees. So it's still a little cold, so we'll see how that goes.
Well, how is it going to be like in the summertime when it's say 80, 90 degrees and humid? Is that going to affect how the epoxy sets?
I didn't have any issues last year with rods drying.
Okay.
Out there, it actually dries quicker because it sets up a lot quicker.
Right.
So we shall see, though.
Yeah.
Actually, you can see one spinning right now.
I do see it spinning. Barely, but it's going so like when I'm used to seeing it on time lapse.
Yeah, that's 9 RPMs.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I actually ordered I ordered a dryer from a guy on eBay that does 18 RPMs, so stepping it up a little bit.
Wow.
It's a two motor dryer. I don't know. It's a double. It's like I need to step it up and be able to dry more rods because I have 6 to do, so I'm pretty much booked till May.
Yeah, you're gonna be busy.
I was like on Facebook. I put it out there and I said, if you're looking for a rod, you got to get it before the season,
right?
And then orders are starting to come in, and
yep. Because I mean, ideally, you would like to get those orders like October, November, so
Yep.
you have all winter to work on them. Nobody's like going to be in immediate need for anything.
Yeah, I really tried to push like, hey, Christmas present, like off
Right.
season.
Yep.
But no.
Yep. Yeah, because I've been thinking, I'm like, but I've got three or I got two spinning rods and a bait caster. I'm like, I need another bait caster, and then I'm thinking, I'm like, if I order one, I'm probably not going to get it for a while.
You know,
I don't want to elbow somebody else's order out of the way.
No, actually, I do them as they come in. So
Okay.
I'm actually waiting for all the stuff to come in now, and it's pretty much going to be it's whatever blank gets here first gets the treatment.
Yeah.
None of my orders are like rush orders, so
That's good.
we shall see.
I mean, if they're for people that are up north here, most people aren't fishing yet.
Yeah,
it's the crazy ones that have a lot of time.
So yeah, I have 6 rods to do. 2 of them are or I should say 6 rods to do. One of them, I kind of getting lucky that the blank is on back order, so I'm I can kind of push that one off a little bit, but
yeah, that'll give you some time in between.
Yeah. So, but now shipping. I'm sure that's always the downfall.
Yeah.
I ordered 2 orders more than a week ago now, and both are still out for deliver or are still being shipped. One of them stuck in Rochester. One of them stuck just south of you and near Pittsburgh, Clinton, PA.
Okay.
They're FedEx and USPS, so it's not even one sender.
Yeah, it crosses over at some point. Yep.
Yeah, so they're both orders are out there, and it's just like, come on, like there's one of them was supposed to be here Friday, one of them supposed to be here tomorrow, but they're just kind of chilling. The one that's supposed to be here tomorrow has been sitting in Rochester since I think Saturday. So I don't know. But yeah, so I think Larry's will be on the table first. Larry and Lee's.
Oh, Lee's getting one too. Nice.
Yeah. Little tax barter.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I gotta finish my taxes here at some point. So I'm pretty sure I got everything I need.
I didn't get as much as I did last year, but in the end, it's like I don't owe. So
I do.
Yeah.
Not too bad. It's on. I think from everything that I put in so far, it's like $500 or $600, so it's not too bad.
Yeah.
But
that's the thing for me. It's like as long as that number is not negative, I don't care.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, so everything's going good. Rod building. This rod is actually one that I started last October, and it kind of just got pushed to the side. We were building one for breast cancer awareness, and we were going to raffle it off and everything. And
okay,
I was kind of rushing it, and it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to.
Okay.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to bother with it.
Yeah, just hold off and put it back up for this year.
Well, no, actually, I'm finishing it, and it's going to be Kim's.
Oh, okay.
But it's I use like the standard guides, so they're not the micro guides like you guys have, the smaller ones. This rod is it probably at least 6 ounces. It's a hefty rod. It's a medium fast.
Okay.
So it's got some backbone to it, but it's definitely got some weight. It's got a full cork. I think it's 8-inch handle or 9. It might be 9. It's got a full cork handle. I mean, it's pretty
stout.
Yeah, stout is the word.
That's
and then I tried doing a paint swirl on EVA grip on the front, so we're gonna see how that holds up.
Okay.
They say you're not supposed to like paint swirl on EVA because it's the foam.
Will it deteriorate or something from the chemicals in the paint?
Well, the foam isn't like cork is pretty solid. Like you can kind of grip it and it's not gonna change form.
Okay.
Whereas EVA, when you grip it, it's going to tend to give.
Okay.
So trying to paint that is the issue.
Okay.
What I did is actually put epoxy over it. So we're going to see how it handles that.
Okay.
So
we'll see. Try. Yeah. Got to experiment. So.
Yeah. And then I experimented with the guides. So it actually has the biggest guide to like the smallest guide that I can get for the standard. So it has like a 30, 25, 20. It's there's some massive guides on that one. So yeah, it's a heavy. It's going to be for flipping and pitching.
Yeah.
Setting the hook.
Yeah.
So we shall see. That's how you get around having more rods. You just make sure you make the wife one.
Yep. I see where you're going.
Which leads to my next project of taking the rod tubes out of my boat. I'm going to do that so I can have more storage.
The more like boat reviews and stuff that I watch on YouTube, there's like two groups of people. They either love the rod tubes or they absolutely despise them and want to tear them out.
Yep.
So, and if you have a lot of spinning rods, I think the tubes are not the way to go. Where you got the bigger guides that aren't necessarily going to fit in there as easily.
Yeah.
That's my thinking.
For me, it's the whole just rod organization and
right
together.
But you and I, we generally use a lot of like rod gloves, rod socks, whatever you want to call them, and you can get away with just using a big open area rather than the tubes. Yep. That way stuff's not getting tangled up.
The other thing I've thought of is when I go to getting rid of those tubes and just having all the rods in a big open area, I can start putting Plano boxes and adjusting some of my weight.
Right.
You know, like a top water box or some of the boxes I don't regularly use, I can put underneath my rods.
Right.
And then that way I can kind of adjust some of my weight off of the sides and kind of put towards the middle of the boat.
Sure. Yep.
So,
yeah, that's smart.
But we'll see how that goes. All right. You got anything else? I'm pretty much.
No. We're probably 90% sure we are going to fish tomorrow. It's supposed to be up close to 70. Looks like it's going to be windy, probably 15, 20 miles per hour out of the south. But where we're going to be fishing it's not secluded, but the wind isn't nearly as bad, but we still get a lot of current through there. So I didn't bring the camera out with me fishing the other day. I'm going to make a point to bring it out tomorrow. And I think I'm probably just going to set the cameras up right from the get-go, because most of the time, if I do have the cameras, I'm like, I'll set them up after we catch the first fish.
Yeah, and
then catch one, and then 5 minutes later, you got 4 in the boat already, and you're like, crap.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if you're gonna have some videos coming soon.
Yeah.
What you got in the works?
Yeah.
I don't have anything shot yet, but I have a few ideas. So
okay.
I think I'm gonna do a rod 2021 rod arsenal for what I'm gonna be carrying this year.
Okay.
The cool thing is I build rods, so if I need something, I'll just.
Hey, I need this. Let me build it real quick.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll go through what I'm going to use, and then I think after I get all of my boat stuff done, I'm going to do a boat walkthrough again this year. It's been a couple of years since I've done it, but I got some. I'm actually going to put in some rod straps, because when you start using rods that you build and they're super light, they tend to want to fly out of the boat.
Up front, you mean?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm actually going to do straps up front for me, and then I'm going to do straps on the other side for Kim. So that, because she puts hers along the side.
Right.
Kind of,
on top of that side box.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I wanted to have, I bought Velcro straps. Yeah. Velcro straps. Already got them.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put those in, and so we can kind of strap everything down.
Yeah.
And have a little less worries.
That way you don't have to go putting rods away or whatever before you want to move. Yep. Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, because you get a few waves and start watching your rods jump up.
They
and
start
down.
bouncing, and hey, there it goes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, that's kind of what I got going on.
Okay.
And we'll see what other things I put in the boat. Oh, I'm gonna do lights, LED lights.
Oh, for the inside under the gunnels.
Yeah, I'm gonna do. I have to order them still. Well, I have the lights for inside the boat,
Hmm.
and then I have to order the ones I'm gonna do for the trailer. I'm gonna do some LEDs on the trailer too.
Okay, so at nighttime you can actually line yourself up better. Gotcha.
Yep,
it's a good idea. Yep.
Yeah, so we'll see how it turns out. Gonna try to do it cheap and see how it turns out. And spend $20 and see what happens.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad.
Yep.
So are you thinking of doing? Are you going to have a switch for the trailer lights so you can turn them on and off?
I'm gonna do one better. They're gonna be.
Are you going to do red and green for port and starboard?
No. The ones I'm looking at are submersible, and they stick in there, but they're battery powered. The batteries are supposed to last like 30 something hours.
Okay.
With a remote. So I'm not even gonna hook them into the trailer.
Okay.
We're gonna roll with that and see how it does. Yeah,
because you're only gonna have them on 5-10 minutes at a time.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna drive with them on anyways. So
yeah, that's you're smarter that way anyway. Because any extra lights or whatever on your vehicle or trailer that aren't in the right place or the wrong color, that can get you in trouble. So.
Yeah, attract a little attention. So
yeah,
I just want them for at night when you're launching and loading boats.
Yeah,
it makes it a little easier.
Should make it a lot easier. Yep.
Yeah. All right, I think that's it for us for tonight.
Yeah.
Check back later in the week, and we will have our Sabine fantasy fishing show up.
Yeah, not sure what I don't know. Probably Thursday, Friday.
Probably Friday.
Probably Friday. Okay.
I'm thinking.
All right, give me a couple of days to.
Yeah, I gotta
figure out what I want to do.
Research.
Yeah. Yep.
So, all right, I'm getting hungry, so get out of here.
Yeah, I'm sure Ann over there is probably getting a little hangry too. So,
well, for Scott and Matt, we are Stout Sportsmen. Stay stout, and we are out.